We noticed that traditionally interdisciplinary but multi-stakeholders approach is a key tool to successful implementations of the projects. Lately, the issues of energy efficiency is very important, but it is seen lately that just the technology and new techniques, how to upgrade current techniques and methodologies is not always enough. We think that proper planning from the beginning is the one that can really ensure the real energy efficiency of the cities. We urban planners like to see the definition of smart cities, that smart cities is an upgrade of the physical capital of the cities, like infrastructure, buildings, and old hardware of the city, with software, with communication, information and communication technologies, but also to combine it with intellectual and social capital of the citizens. So together they can create a better environment for living standards. We faced the globalization. Of course, Europe faces the recession. Also Slovenia, we have big problems with recession. But on the other side, if we wouldn't be a member of European Union and the euro currency, I think we would be now in the situation of inflation and devaluation of the currency. But now we have to do structural changes to be more competitive. So it's difficult, but I think it will be effective. And cities and regions are more and more connecting. For example, we heard in previous presentation that cities are not functioning just as a city, but in a region. So this is mega regions, metropolitan growth areas. This is an important view of the cities. And the macro regions, like Danube region, we are all involved in, and sub-regions like Sava River Basin region. On one side, the cities are competitive to each other. Of course, for example, the ports. I can give here the example of port of Trieste, Rijeka, and Koper. The competition of airports, for example, shopping centers, industrial zones. But on the other side, it's more the need for collaboration is bigger and bigger. For example, again, I will stress this later, but Koper, Trst, and Rijeka all together are much smaller than Rotterdam, for example. So if they want to compete on European level, they have to cooperate. So that's why we try to promote collaboration of the cities, because this is the way to achieve better results, but also, to be honest, to get European money easier and faster. Because national projects without cross-border effects and cross-border collaboration would be much difficult. It's much easier to get if you have this cross-border, cross-national collaboration. At this point, there's still unspent money in the current financial perspective. Also, if we saw the cross-border program, there is a lack of financing left, also in Slovenian side, but also in Croatian side. We can prepare projects now and get financing now, not next year or in 2 years, but now, in few months' time. So there is money, we just need to cooperate. And cities and regions have to prepare projects and have to contribute to the countries to do that. And of course, here the cooperation, cross-border cooperation and among several countries can prepare projects that will be for sure financed by these structural and cohesion funds. Maybe just a short list of potential cooperation projects that we see that we can prepare together. One of them is exploitation of energy potentials of rivers in connection with the sustainable development of entire impact area. For example, the concrete projects, it's, for example, Krško, Zagreb, hydropower plants. They are designed as a hydropower plants in a chain. So they need to function as one unit. And Slovenia cannot successfully prepare projects itself, but also Croatia. But together, they can do that. At the Urban Planning Institute, we were involved in several projects, European projects about brownfield regeneration. But I think for us, the most important is the Cobramen project, which sees since the brownfield regeneration projects are so complex and long-term projects, that there is a need for the new professional discipline, the so-called brownfield manager, which is a one-stop shop for developers in the municipalities to gain all the information from the different departments and different topics. Cities will be generators of the development, and collaboration of cities and regions in mega and macro regions will be needed for successful implementation of EU cohesion and, of course, to gain money. And there is a need for well-prepared and coordinated collaborative project proposals now, this year. And we think that spatial and urban planners can enable smooth implementation of large-scale visionary projects.